I honestly think that this latest patch has been probably one of the most effective. Speak of the devil, my doctor is texting me. What the heck? I'll have to call you back. Yesterday, I went on. Whoa, what did I do to my light? I broke it. Oh, dear lordy. Oh, my poor light. Oh, no! Hey guys, so let's talk. I've made this video probably 2 or 3 times this week, and that's because my emotions are so all over the place that I can't give you guys an up-to-date as to how I'm feeling, because at least this week I feel like I've been up and down, I've been worst the worst, I've been best the best, I've been, up and down and up and down and up and down. However, I feel like I've at least leveled out the last 3 or 4 days. So I feel like I can give you an honest to God, informed opinion as to how I'm doing. So there's been a lot of stuff that has happened in recent times. Obviously, I was in the hospital last week before last. It's all blending together. And had the 5.5 liters of IV saline and ended up getting my urgent blood patch. And then I went back to work. And so far, so good. I actually believe that this patch has given me significant improvement, where I can actually tell the difference between the before and the after, because a lot of times with this patch adventure, I'm getting these patches and then I'm not really getting any kind of relief as far as symptoms go. This last time, it's kind of funny because we completely and totally just winged it and went with what we knew, and what we knew was that my first ever blood patch gave me a significant boost. So we decided to attack those same spots, going the same way, using the same product. So we did the blood patch with the one in the thoracic and one in the lumbar. And I can tell you that my energy has really, it has improved a significant amount. I have seen more of who I used to be in the last couple days than I have seen in arguably years. And it's shocking. I'm catching myself singing in the shower, and I'm catching myself dancing when I'm cleaning my room because I'm just in a good mood, and just being in a good mood, and just, enjoying the sun and the music on the radio, and just feeling more alive and more with it and more present. And I'm trying not to invest myself in this because I know how delicate, the results of these patches can be, and I know how delicate my health can be. But I'm really doing my best to enjoy the moment and enjoy how I'm feeling and enjoy feeling like myself for the first time in a really long time. I'm happy for no particular reason in the last couple days, even though everything is still exactly the same as it was last week. I still have all of my issues, and I still have this next patch, and I still have all of the troubles I had before, and I still have 2 more years of schooling. And so it's like all those things that were weighing me down feel like they're less. And it's really nice. I feel like for the first time, I feel like I can breathe. I always feel guilty when I get these patches and they don't work, because everyone around me wants them to work so badly that I feel like, at least from my point of view, they may be seeing stuff that isn't really there. That maybe if I'm having a better body day, that I'm better. And that's just never been the case. Oh my gosh. That's what you get for janky tripods. Can we? Okay. But yeah, I feel like sometimes I can feel really guilty because I'll get these blood patches and so much time and energy and help goes into each procedure, and then sometimes the patch helps and sometimes the patches don't help. But I can honestly say that I think that the improvements that the people around me are seeing this time are legitimate. Back before I started experiencing all of these leaking symptoms that caused my dysautonomia, POTS, NCS, whatever you want to call it, before the POTS, before the NCS, I always thought of myself as very energetic, and I always had some place to be, and I was always moving, and always very expressive. And as time went on and the leak got worse and the dysautonomia got worse, I feel like I kind of lost that part of myself. But in the last 3 or so days, it's been significant, something that even I can see. It's not a case of the frog in the boiling water. I'm catching myself doing stuff and going, wow, like when was the last time I did this? But like my energy has improved, and I've been able to clean the house. And before it was like I could clean one room and then I was just out for the rest of the day. And God forbid I worked that day, like nothing, and I mean nothing was getting done. And nothing was probably going to get done my first day off either, just because I was recovering. But as you can see, I'm in a different room, and once it's all set, maybe I'll show it to you. But I moved from the smallest room in the house to the biggest one, and I'm absolutely loving it. But I was the one that moved all my stuff, not like furniture, obviously. But, I decorated and I switched out the curtains and that sort of thing. And I still had energy left over, which was just mind-blowing. Day before yesterday, I went to, I think, like 4 different stores, because there was like a whole bunch of stuff that I needed. And before I could do one store, like only one. Usually I was in a wheelchair, and then I had to go home and take a nap, and it would be like 3-4 hours of sleeping, and that was before I started patching. But even after I started patching, I had to choose what it was I wanted to do that day, because I only had enough energy to do 1 or 2 of the long list. And so the fact that I washed my car and went and got something from the store and came home and cleaned the kitchen, it was like I was seeing someone that I hadn't seen in forever. I feel more like the Linnea before, where I'm peppy and, peppy's never been a word I would use, but I feel like I have more pep in my step, and I feel like I've got a little bit more spark, and I feel like I am more living instead of surviving, and it's a good feeling. The other day I hit the wall, and I was so unhappy, and I was so angry, and every feeling I had not allowed myself to feel, because I consider them to be unhelpful emotions in my quest to keep moving forward no matter what. All of those emotions I had pushed off and not really processed came back to bite me. And I think that's a lesson to learn, is that you have to deal with stuff eventually, because if you don't deal with it, it's gonna come back, and it's gonna always be a bad time and a bad place. Every angry thought came to the foreground, and I was just tired. I was just bone deep, soul weary. And I was like, I don't know, like, what are we doing? Why are we even doing this? Like, what's the point? You know, I'm so tired of getting poked. I'm so tired of being tired. I'm so, you know, just feeling like everything I do is an uphill battle and everything is a fight, and just, I was over it. I really was. I was like, why am I doing this? What's the point? And I know there's a point. There is. And I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I know why I keep moving forward even when I think I can't. But it's the brain and the heart, at least for me, can be very separate. In my mind, I know what it is that I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and my goals, and you know, my reasons for continuing to push forward. But the delicate heart has a hard time catching up. So, you know, in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to survive this. I'm going to get through this. But the heart's going, I don't know if I can get through this. So the next day, I woke up and I was like, today's a good day. You know, today I'm feeling pretty good. And I got to work and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll definitely be able to make it through, you know, my shift today. And a lot of times that's a question for me. Like, a lot of times I'm like, I don't know, guys. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through the shift. But I got there and I was like, you know, oh yeah, I'll definitely get through this shift. And then I got to my next shift and I'm like, oh yeah, I can get this one too. Like, I'm tired and I'm worn out, but I'm not in danger of, you know, hitting the deck at work. So it was little things like that. I was noticing, you know, work wasn't so bad and my memory wasn't so bad. And I'm definitely still leaking. I still have symptoms, but they're, you know, in comparison to how bad they were at the lowest low point, this is bearable. This is something I can deal with. And yeah, I'm enjoying feeling human, for lack of a better term. I'm feeling more human. I feel like I am more plugged into the world, as it were, and not so much just walking through a fog of pain and discomfort and unhappiness, which sounds so bad. But it's the honest truth. But I've honestly caught myself just enjoying life and just being happy where I am the last couple days, where I step into a sunbeam and I just sit there for a second and just enjoy, you know, the heat on my skin, you know, before you overheat because dysautonomia. But, and enjoying the music on the radio when a good song comes on. And honestly, I think that it's what I needed. I think that I needed to be reminded that I'm doing all this for a reason, that all of the pain and the tests and the time and the energy and the manpower, all of it is for a reason, and this is the reason. You know, obviously this is not a fast process, nor did I ever think it was going to be. I wish it was a little faster, but we're moving forward and we're continuing to get a little bit better each time we do the patches and each time we go to the doctor, and so I am improving slowly. But I just thought I wanted to share that because I know that my channel has been a little bit more dire as of recently, and I feel like it has kind of taken a turn into the more nitty-gritty of chronic illness and dysautonomia and CSF leak. And obviously it's a nitty-gritty subject, and it's not fun, and it can be very painful and very debilitating, and it just screws with every aspect of your life. However, I also want to capture those moments where I feel victorious and I feel like I'm moving forward and I feel like we're doing good, you know? I want to capture my victories as well as my failures. So I'm really happy that I decided to make this video today. But yeah. So despite having a horrendous week, a week or two ago, we're doing better, and I'm happy with it. You know, I think that the best birthday gift to me is, you know, feeling more human, feeling more like myself. I'm doing my best to enjoy the moment and enjoy how I'm feeling right now, and appreciate it as much as I can while I have it. I will see you guys in the next video.